We might be having good news actually for people trying to get into motorbikes. We might be having good news actually for people trying to get into motorbikes, because the new CRSP updates, yes, they affect terribly people who are in four-wheeled machines, but for two-wheeled riders or motorbike users basically, the new CRSP update might just be in your favor. So in this video, I'm going to break down the new CRSP update and how it is going to be in the favor of motorbike riders. Utapata haiko clear on some areas, but in general, a win is a win. So we are going to take that win. Juhi government will sema kitu yote ni win so far. But for this particular part, I'm going to take it as a win. So let's dive into this video review. So what is the CRSP and why does it matter? Well, the CRSP means the current retail selling price. I have broken down how KRA establishes this value in my other video review, but in order uweze kuelewa how this is going to affect you, I will highly recommend you watch that video review, mostly kama you're looking to get a vehicle in the future. This particular video will assist you uweze kudetermine cost savings and all other factors, uamue kama utendea locally used or import your own vehicle. But the CRSP, in a summary, this basically means this is the value that KRA uses to determine the tax that will be imposed on a vehicle or a unit that you have imported basically. And how this is going to affect motorists or two-wheeled riders, actually it is in our favor ukiangalia the values that are coming up. Now, this particular CRSP update, I am confused kidogo because haija cover the European spec motorbikes. It just covers Japanese, but a win is a win. I'm taking it since Japanese bikes are the most convenient platforms to enter in terms of reliability, pricing, and comfort appeal. Ukiconsider pia parts availability, all other factors that go into motorbikes, I will highly just say a win is a win in this case. Now, in the previous CRSP, the 2020 version sasa, before update hii mpya, ulikuwa unapata most motorbikes 150cc to 300, they were in a very strange category. The taxes on these platforms zilikuwa so exaggerated in some models. Importing a bike in Kenya, the prices were really exaggerated, and this is because hakukuwa na a standard baseline. Most motorbikes that had been in the market were not listed in the category. Si kama venye magari zilikuwa broken down. Utapata in vehicles zilikuwa broken down very accurately. Mazda Demio, Mazda Axela, Mazda Atenza, wambe break down vizuri sana, even in terms of engine size and class that it falls in. But for motorbikes, haikuwa ina make sense. Utapata kulikuwa na some models missing in this list, so zikikuja Kenya, what they had to do was call in a valuator to determine the CRSP for these bikes. But shida ilikuwa, yes, valuator anakuja, he does his job, amesoma, so I believe he knows what he's doing. But the taxes being imposed on these units were crazy kidogo. Utapata a standard 150cc bike, tax yake iko so high, importing it just became mind-boggling to some people. Unashanga, why pay such an exaggerated amount of money for only a beginner bike? Unalipa tax ni kama unaendea 1000cc or a 600cc bike. But the new CRSP has changed everything and it is more clear. Yes, hakuna the BMWs, hakuna Ducatis, hakuna these are MV Agustas, but kama una consider Kawasaki's, Yamaha, Honda, this list is in your favor. Wame break down very well. So kama una consider Yamaha Tenere, Honda African Twin, kama una consider KLR 650, kama una consider sport bikes, ZX models, CB600s, 1000 cc's, this list may break down so well that it might be in your favor in the future. So if you're starting out, you don't need to overpay for a beginner bike or a middleweight bike, depending on what you fancy. But technically, you won't have to overpay for entering into the motorbike community. Now, let's be real. The previous CRSP had affected a lot of motorists in Kenya. Utapata the very high taxes that were there in place affected people. Unapata watu wanaangalia cost ya bike over their own protection. So utapata kuna watu wana ride 600cc bikes, wana ride only with hoodies and jeans. Unashanga why? Haja invest any priority into the riding gear, since riding gear as well ni expensive sana kwa kweli. But why did they do this? Unaangalia umeongezewa about 200,000 extra tax, 100,000 extra tax. Na gear already, it's costly. A good helmet, it's costly. A good jacket, good gloves, knee guards. Kama unaamua kuraiva riding jeans, kama unaamua boots or just the other shoes with protection. All these things are very costly. Keep in mind, watu wengine walikuwa wanaziavoid pia. Ulikuwa unaenda online, Facebook, unaangalia marketplace. Unaona mtu ameuza bike, a very clean Yamaha R1, very affordably, about 1.6 million Kenya shillings. Yes, ni possible kama unatoa from another country. But kama unaleta huko Kenya, iko unregistered. So you have a lot of people riding in Kenya with undocumented bikes, unregistered. If you get into an accident, you are uninsured. Yes, unaweza kuwa umetumia the longer route ya Komesa, but still iko na a long hassle ya kuweza kucover the cost of this motorbike. So right now, he may make things easier. Right now, you can just get a clean logbook very easily and affordably, and I will highly recommend people to get it. And utapata the amount of money you may save, you can invest it properly into a proper riding gear. Using it costs to initial cost, and then zitakuserve a very long time. Bora uko kizi clean and everything else is good to go. A good helmet can take you far, and a good helmet is a very wise investment. Ride safe. So with the new CRSP updates, I will highly convince people, if you are looking for ways to commute, maybe uko na fear ya barabara, just try out riding. Si lazima uanzie na very big bike. Unaweza anzia na about 400cc to 300cc. Kama ni for commuting purposes, itakuserve excellently with highway traffic. Okay, keep in mind, you just have to keep a pace kwa barabara whereby you aren't the slowest one on the road. Juu four-wheeled users tend to hate motorbike riders. Wanaenda polepole kwa barabara. Wanaonanga nikaa wao ndo walijengewa barabara peke yao. But kama unaweza afford 300 to 400cc bike, hata ukiendea the lower cc's to 150cc, you can still get a very good bike at the moment. And that's where I come in. I'm a supplier. I can help you bring these bikes into Kenya. So if you're looking to import, kama unaangalia 600cc, kama unaangalia 700, adventure sports, dirt bikes, quad bikes, all these things, I can help you get these things in Kenya. Now, kama unataka kuni reach out, my number itakuwa available right here at the bottom of the screen, and I can help you bring these bikes into Kenya much efficiently.